Hi Aquarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your August month ahead Gypsy Tarot spread. Sorry I'm a little bit late, I've been inundated with stuff, with readings and stuff, so that's why I'm a bit late. You've also got what I call the triple cross reading. Now, this has been done countless times by readers, but the way that I do my triple crosses is slightly different because the cards form a story. 3 layers of the Celtic cross, and we go through each layer, but then we build on the layers to form a story. You'll see what I mean when I do it for August. It's really good and it's really interesting. The cards will already be pre-laid. It's because it takes time to do, and I want to make sure that these readings are done sort of within the 15-minute area. Okay, so but now we're going to do August 2017 for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. What's coming in for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in August 2017 in a Gypsy Tarot spread? What's coming in? What's coming in for Aquarius? Show me Aquarius in the month of August 2017. What's coming in for Aquarius? What's coming in for Aquarius? Show me Aquarius for the month of August 2017, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in a 21 card Gypsy Tarot spread. Show me. Alrighty, so we are going to split the deck into 3 like so, and we're going to collect this back up, and what we're going to do is we're going to just lay the cards side by side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should be able to see that quite well. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I love these readings, the Gypsy Tarot. I just think they're awesome. It's one of my most favourite spreads to do. I'll be coming out with a lot more spreads anyway at some point, but this is just a really awesome spread. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, there we go. Let me see if I can just adjust the camera a little bit. There we go. Right. Let's have a look at what's going on. And for anyone that's new to the channel, basically the Gypsy Tarot spread is comprised of 21 cards. The top layer, Aquarius, is either the client's mental thoughts or it's a situation that's going on. The middle layer is how this is manifesting. So how is it, for example, this is the mental area. So this might be the situation, and this might be how they are mentally and emotionally responding to this, and this will be the reason why. Okay, so it follows through. So I'll show you. So around your mental and emotional for the month of August, Aquarius, we have the World. Okay, World card is as I will say with the tarot, Aquarius, the cards are varied, and they are. It's as simple as that. You have multiple meanings for each card, and you can't read one meaning into a card. It's ridiculous to even go there with that notion. You've got to be able to, you know, what makes me a successful tarot reader, why the website is so successful, because you need to be able to couple intuition with a vast meaning of what the tarot meanings and the general meanings are on the cards. So the World can mean great success. There's a great achievement that somebody's had when you get the World. The World can also mean, you know, it can also mean the world. It can mean, for example, if you had something like Knight of Cups in the World or Chariot in the World, sometimes it means somebody's coming in from the world. If you get Chariot, sometimes somebody's making a delivery from the world to your home. Worlds can also be massive corporations as well, so massive businesses like Amazon, for example, that type of thing. Twitter, Facebook. So the World card can represent world organisations, for example. Sometimes the World card can mean that something has come to its natural end, because the World card is the last card in the major arcana, and sometimes the World card can mean, you know, especially when you get it with the Two of Cups, you're going to have the greatest and the most successful relationship you've ever had. Sometimes the world card can mean that you've got the world on your shoulders. There are a variety of meanings, so it could mean anything like that in terms of the situation. It's quite vast with that world card. Let's have a look at how you're mentally and emotionally responding to that, Aquarius. Well, there's worry here, the Nine of Swords. So the situation is the world. It might be distance, because world card can mean where you're at a distance from somewhere. Maybe somebody's out in the world. Can also mean you've got the world on your shoulders, because you can see the world is above the person's head, and you're mentally and emotionally, for the month of August, for some reason you're worrying here with the Nine of Swords energy, okay? And that's because the situation is the world. So it might be that you've got a lot of things that you need to deal with in the month of August, because the world is such a huge card, and you know, if you've got the world on your shoulders and it is kind of above your head, you seem to be quite worried. And one of the cards, there are certain cards in the tarot that never change their meaning, and there aren't really a lot of meanings for them, and Nine of Swords is definitely one of them. You know, it's difficult to really it's, you know, the Nine of Swords, sometimes you can get cards that indicate things are really all in a person's head. For example, could be something like the Seven of Cups, maybe. Something that, even though Seven of Cups is a water card, it's also very much one of those cards that recognises dreams and ideas and things being... So anything that represents maybe an idea, but an idea that's not taken root yet, it might show, well, this is all in the person's head. But a lot of the time as well with the Nine of Swords, people are actually worried over something. You guys are worried about the world. I want to see why you're worried about that or upset. Well, because of the Two of Swords. It might be that you're in two minds about a situation here. It might be that there is the need to make a decision. Remember, the Two of Swords is ruled by Libra, and that is the card of justice, the need to create balance and equilibrium and harmony, harmonious conditions. So it might be that you guys are worried. You might have the world on your shoulders with the world card being the situation. It might be that you're worried about the world. So it might be that there's something massive, huge, that you need to worry about here. It could be something to do with an organisation. It could mean something to do with somebody out in the world, somebody you care about. I don't mean just sort of a relationship. I mean people that you know, that type of thing. It might be that there's an ending of a cycle that's come here. As a result of that, mentally and emotionally, you might be responding to it by being quite upset for some of you guys because of the Two of Swords. Did somebody block you out, for example, or have you had to make a decision, or are you finding it difficult to make a decision here? Let's have a look at what's going around the present situation for August. Well, we've got something about the home, Four of Wands. So for some of you guys, there is something about... You know, Four of Wands is about joy and engagements and weddings and parties and events and a successful project. But it's usually when you get the Four of Wands and it's a successful project, sometimes this is just the start of it because there's more work to be done after a Four. It's an early card. So, you know, this is the card about achievement, but, you know, small achievements as well, but also the card of marriages, unions, you know, weddings in the home. And I want to see what is manifesting as a result of that for the focus of the month for you guys. Well, there's a person around some of you guys, and actually this is you, Aquarius. So this is you sitting on the card because you're King of Swords. For some of you people, it will be a person. Could be a fellow air sign, a fellow Aquarian. Could be a Gemini. We can read this as a Gemini and a Libra as well. But if this is you, this is about you doing a lot of clear thinking because that's what the King of Swords does. But you know, you have queens and kings for reasons. Queens are ruled by emotion, all right? So a Queen of Swords is the type of person who would look at a situation and she would be able to either cut it dead, block it out, detach herself from it, and that's usually based on the emotion of what she feels. But kings are ruled by earth. Some people say they're ruled by fire. I call them being ruled. How I was taught is that they're ruled by earth. So they're very pragmatic in their approach to a situation. And I think through clear thinking in the month of August, what you're doing, because we don't just have a king for the sake of having a king, because we couldn't just say this is all about clear thinking, just as the Queen of Swords is, because each of the king and the queen, what they take from their suit is the same thing. Both of them are very intelligent. Both of them, the king and the queen, are very clear thinkers. They're able to find clarity in a situation, but they utilize that clarity in different ways. And the King of Swords, how he tends to utilize his clear thinking, his objectiveness, is by acting on that, because kings act out, and so do queens to a certain extent. But the King's, even though it's a little bit sexist, I guess, but it's the way that the tarot was developed, I suppose, in a way. The Kings tend to take charge of something. So, whereby a Queen of Swords might cut somebody out, for example, based on how she's emotionally feeling, because she's ruled by water, a king will act both on a pragmatic and a common sense level because he's ruled by earth, and this person therefore will take charge of their thoughts and apply their thoughts to the external world in a more sort of, as far as I'm concerned, pragmatic way. So there's a lot more sort of diligence and thinking with this king, and I think there's a lot of clear thinking coming up with you Aquarians in the month of August, where you're applying intelligence, fairness, objectivity to a situation, and you're applying it in the right way, because you're at that point now where you're kind of more in a state of equilibrium, I would probably say, with this King of Swords. Let's have a look at what the reason is. Well, there we go, because of the sun. And I think that what's happening here, I mean, some of you guys, it might be a case that here you've got the world on your shoulders, all right? It might be that somebody's out in the world. It might be that mentally and emotionally you're worried. Why are you worried? Maybe the person hasn't contacted you. Could be you got the world on your shoulders. You're worried because you have to make a decision. It could be because in the family situation there is the home here, happiness. A person, possibly this person makes you happy. They bring joy. But also we could say that because this is your sign, Aquarius, this is you guys. Well, there's a situation about the home. You're coming to this situation in the focus for the month via the King of Swords. Clear, logical, rational thinking that you apply to a situation through pragmatism and intelligence and common sense with the ruling sign being Earth, if that makes sense to you, because you're feeling quite positive that maybe this is something that you need to do. It doesn't stop you being worried, but I think that how you're applying this worry is by being far more positive maybe about the situation. Around your hopes, we've got an Eight of Pentacles. So this is the card to do with hard work, effort, diligence, working towards a goal and preparation. So maybe there's something that's being prepared for around the situation. Let's have a look at what's manifesting as a result of that in your hopes. Well, you're hoping for the Devil. See, for me, I got to read the cards how they stand. In the reverse, the Devil is about loosening of chains. In the upright, the Devil suggests material things, and it suggests being bound to something, and it suggests resistance to freedom. Okay, how would we hope for a Devil? This is the thing, because a hope is a positive thing, and the Devil is not always a positive card. Well, you've got the Eight of Pentacles being the situation, and as a result of that, I think that your hope for the Devil, it sounds really bad, Aquarius, but I don't know whether you're hoping for something that you can hold on to, maybe. Are you hoping to resist something here with the Devil? It sounds weird, but I never read the Devil upright as letting go of fears. I would read that as the reversed energy of the card. If I saw the card reversed, I would say the hope is to relinquish something or let go of something or face up to your fears, finally. But the Devil as a hope is about control. It might be that you're hoping to control something here. We'll get the reason why with this, because of the Ten of Cups. I think you're hoping to hold on to something here because you're happy in it. I think that you're hoping that you can hold on to a situation here with the Devil energy. It might be for whatever reasons it's for, because we can see here that some of you guys are worried, Nine of Swords, and you've got the world on your shoulders because there's a decision you might need to make. We can see, I think this is forming as that there is something to do with the family, Four of Wands, your happiness. It might be, you know, even though this is Aquarius, I think this might be a person, alright, and I think this might be somebody around you because of the Sun. You feel very happy with this individual. You feel maybe that and this Sun, the root issue, is feeding through to what the crowning thought is. So you feel kind of happy and blessed in this situation with this person. Maybe this person's doing something here. My problem is that then in the hopes, you're hoping for a Devil. So you're hoping, you know, maybe you're hoping that, you know, situation Eight of Pentacles, I think that you're working hard on something here. The situation is that you're working hard towards something, Aquarius, in which you're hoping the Devil, and the Devil is that you hold on to whatever this is. because of the Ten of Cups. I think that emotionally you're really happy with an individual here, and you want to desperately hold on to someone, for some of you guys. Alright, but in your mental and emotional, you're worried about it. You've got the world on your shoulders because you're not sure. Two of Swords. You might have a bit of blurred vision, which I often see the Two of Swords as well. You might be uncertainty with this Two of Swords about this relationship going on for some of you guys. Let's have a look at what's going on in your expectations. Well, the situation is about having strength. So Strength card is about either withdrawal sometimes, but the withdrawal with the Strength card is, you know, you have the inner strength not to do something because the animal, the lion, is called Leo, and the Strength card is called the woman. So Strength is actually the female, and the female is suppressing an inner ego or an inner need to do something, because the lion represents the drive and the ego and the enthusiasm just to go for something. But the woman tends to suppress her alter ego, or her inner ego, if you like. But this is also the card about having strength and having the confidence to withstand a situation. The situation is also about overcoming obstacles, because when you've got strength, it represents, after the Chariot. Chariot card is number 7, this is number 8. So when you get the Chariot, you're being pulled in two directions. You want to get to a certain goal, but you're being pulled in two directions. The Strength card says that you achieve the goal by overcoming the obstacle. So the situation might be about overcoming obstacles, but what are you actually expecting? Well, yeah, you're expecting a King of Cups. So what you're expecting is, Aquarius, there's a situation here. You're expecting to overcome. Now, the difference is we've got a King of Swords here and then we've got a King of Cups. I would bet my bottom dollar these are probably the same sort of people, the same person. Because it might be that you've got, in your present situation, the Four of Wands is a situation. Now, this is a marriage, probably a union, a happy relationship, or a relationship where two people work well and are together. However, what's manifesting as that, it could be that there's a person around you, a King of Swords. I think this is an external person. Even though it's Aquarius, I think it's an external person. I feel that this person, the King of Swords, is showing up. It's reading as a King of Swords. Not to say that you're the archetype. Remember, the cards are archetypes of people, alright? Always remember that with tarot. So you can get a person showing up 10 times in one reading, but just as different cards to show what stage they're at in terms of a situation. And I think that as a result of this happiness, you've got somebody here, King of Swords. Possibly this person lacks any type of emotion in the focus for the month. So possibly, because the King of Swords is an emotionally detached type of individual. Everything is based on logic and reason. So when you get a King of Swords, this is somebody, yes, they can be emotional, but they're also very much a clear thinker. Alright, when you get a King of Swords, it shouldn't really turn out to be a love reading. It is something anyway, and I think it's a very personal reading, and it's about how you're feeling about a situation here. But I think under the umbrella of the home, or the venture with the Four of Wands, or the happiness, there's a person that's showing here. It's manifesting as showing a person around this situation. What is manifesting in the present? Well, it's about a person. So this is about a successful venture or happiness, but Aquarius, they're showing as a result of this a person here. This person might be a narcissist, for example. You get Swords and the Sun, often they show narcissistic tendencies. Two of Swords and the Sun shows somebody who's self-focused, and the ego, so they're focused on their ego, for example. Alright. Now, it might be that this person's showing up because they are a narcissist, maybe. I know that you probably think, what? But it's true. I've seen it so many times in readings before. We could have gone down the general route, but more that I see the story, and I see that some of you guys are hoping with the Devil card to hold on to something here, because you feel that there is happiness here with this Ten of Cups. And your expectations, the situation is about holding on and having strength and confidence in a situation in which you're expecting a King of Cups. So maybe you're expecting some form of a change. That this person here who shows as a King of Swords, somebody who can be quite King of Swords, I would call more the narcissistic kings, probably King of Wands and King of Pentacles. But King of Cups can also be narcissist as well. Anything that maybe shows on the Two of Swords. I mean, the King of Cups is a nice card to get, don't get me wrong. It's a great card, but it can also show somebody who, dependent on what card he is, he's not a very realistic man. He can show us somebody who gives unconditional love, but sometimes it's about his own focus on that, and not necessarily the truth. So, you know, King of Swords I wouldn't necessarily call narcissistic, but he can be detached as an individual. And maybe there is a detached individual showing up because of the Sun. Maybe it's to do with himself and his own ego. You're expecting a King of Cups, somebody who's kind. Now, I can't think you'd be expecting somebody else, male or female, because your hopes are to hold on to something here with the Devil because of that Ten of Cups. Because you feel so emotionally, whatever this emotional fulfillment is that some of you Aquarians feel, you might feel emotionally fulfilled in a relationship, so therefore the situation is, I'm going to work on it because I want to hold on to this with the Devil. I'm hoping that me and this person are actually bonded. If we work through something here, then maybe the hope will be that we'll stay together, the Devil energy, but you stay together for the wrong reasons. And the reasons are the Ten of Cups, and it might be because for some of you guys, whatever the situation is, it might be the most emotionally fulfilling situation on your side that you've had. But around your expectations of strength, well, the situation about strength is holding on, having faith, having patience, in which you're expecting, I think, this person to turn into a King of Cups, somebody who's kind, considerate and loving. And what's the reason for that? Because with the Four of Pentacles, it could be that you can't let go of an individual, and we've got Devil and the Four of Pentacles. They're both kind of the same sort of thing. Devil is the inability to let go of a situation, you're bound to it, and Four of Pentacles is where you can't let go. And I think that what you're expecting is this person here. This person is showing because of the Sun. Alright, so this person might have more power over you, because the Sun is a pretty powerful card, and you can never read one card in terms of its one meaning. Yes, the Sun is about happiness and success, but it also represents narcissism and egotism, and somebody who is very much overly confident at the best of time, which is why it's represented by the zodiac sign of Leo, the sign of leadership, I guess. But you are looking to hold on to something here. You're looking, the situation is, I'm going to hold on to this, because what I'm expecting is this person will change from this into the King of Cups, because Four of Pentacles. Because maybe you feel strong and stable with this individual. Maybe you can't let go. Could also be because of the Four of Pentacles, because there is a financial aspect, especially as your hopes are the Devil. You have to hold on, but you're holding on. It could be for material reasons, external reasons, because of the Ten of Cups. Maybe these external reasons make you feel happy. So therefore the situation is, well, I'm going to carry on working towards it because there's maybe a money aspect involved. Let's have a look at what's hidden from you, Aquarius, in the month of August 2017. Well, the situation is around the Chariot, and the Chariot can be journeys, car drives, but it can also be overcoming. And it's funny because we've got strength here being around your expectations, but what you don't know is that the situation is the Chariot. So this can sometimes be somebody who's being pulled in two directions, and what they really want to do is just move forward and have success. Let's have a look. So really there could be opposing forces being this situation, but we have to have a look at what's coming in as a result of this that you don't know. Well, the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords can be about gaining some clarity, and this is your card as well, Aquarius. So it might be that you're going to be gaining clarity. The situation might be that you're dealing with some opposition here in a situation, whatever that situation is, and there could be the need, what you don't know is to seek clarity and move away. It might also be that because of this there'll be a change of heart or a change of mind or a change of direction coming in. What's the reason for that? Yeah, because of the Moon, because you're in a dilemma, and I think there's a realization that this is a very kind of doubtful situation. Also, your intuition, the Moon means to have great intuition. Intuition is something you can't see, but you can certainly feel it, and that's what the Moon card is. It's all about intuition, and I think that what's coming in is you guys are going to be changing course, because I think you are trying to hold on to somebody here or something, or a situation here. I think you're expecting, there's a King of Swords here, and that could be you. I mean, it could be that, Four of Wands is the situation, happiness, because you're thinking clearly, and that clear thinking is based on the Sun, and that is based on clarity. Sun also means clarity, because your hopes are that, the situation is you're working on a situation here, but the hope is the Devil. The Devil is to hold on to a situation because of external reasons, but they're not for the right reasons, and those external reasons are based on something that gives you emotional happiness. Your hopes will be, your expectations are, though, that the situation is strength. Alright? Staying confident, running the course, overcoming obstacles, in which what you're expecting is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is somebody who's far different to this king. So if this is an external person here, I think you're expecting a change. Someone that goes from this to this. Because it could be with the Four of Pentacles, you can't let go. You're still very, very hinged to this situation. Could also be because the Four of Pentacles, there's a certain possessive element going on here. But I think that what you don't see coming in, Aquarius, is that, you know, the situation will be about the Chariot, and you will start to change, because the Chariot is all about being torn in two directions, and a result of that is the Six of Swords coming in that you don't know. And the Six of Swords, I think you're going to change tact, and that's you on the card as well, because this situation is causing too much turmoil, anxiety and worry and dilemmas, but also because your intuition, something is telling you that you need to do this. In the immediate future, the situation will be around the Ace of Wands. So it's about new beginnings and new ideas coming in, which is nice. As a result of that, what we're seeing is you walking away from something. There you go, Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups means that you're leaving this behind. Because this is an emotionally, I think, unbalanced situation. Whatever the case might be for some of you guys. Because here you're trying to hold on to something, but you're holding on through it for all the right reasons, wrong reasons. You can't. The devil, for me, a lot of the time, it can be good in terms of fitness, things like that. Things like, you know, because it shows an obsession towards something. So if it's a good obsession, that's awesome. But if it's a bad obsession, which it usually is, it usually means that people hold on to a situation for all of the wrong reasons. Through fear, through material objects, through sex, through drink, whatever the case is, through codependency. Alright, and it might be because of the Ten of Cups. Maybe there is a codependency element here, but I don't think that there is. Or there might be something to do with, because this is to do with the family and emotional fulfillment. But your hopes are to hold on because of the family, because whatever this situation is, it's giving you some joy, but it's preceded by the devil, which to me says that this is a little bit screwed up. The situation in the present is around, and it doesn't have to be an air sign person, it could just be showing us somebody who's quite cold and detached. And they're cold and detached because of the sun. It might be that their focus is on the self. The sun card also represents somebody who's very focused on the self. Okay, it could also be that this person stands out to you. They've got the gift of the gab. The sun card means somebody who's very charismatic and somebody who has the gift of the gab and somebody who can make you feel good. So it might be there's a person around you and they make you feel good with it because they're showing up because they make you feel good. They make you happy with the sun card, which is why your focus is on happiness with this person, Four of Wands. But your situation is you're working hard. And why are you working hard around your hopes? Well, it's because you want to hold on to this, whatever it is that's making you feel good here. Your expectations are that if you stand on in there, this person will probably show you more emotional kindness or unconditional love, or they'll be more compassionate to your needs because of the Four of Pentacles, because you need that security, I feel, for some of you Aquarians. But I do feel that coming in, this is with the situation where you're going to be pulled in two directions, and it's manifesting as the need to change direction, change of heart, change of mind, change direction, because it doesn't sit right with you. So it's almost like you're coming to your senses in this reading here. Situation around the immediate future shows new ideas coming in, new purpose with the Ace of Wands, new exciting projects perhaps. And these are the things it's manifesting. These are the things that you, even if you didn't walk away from whoever this is, the Eight of Cups doesn't always mean that you walk away from a relationship, but it might mean that, because what happens is that sometimes people need a distraction, and the Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords can be cards that represent distraction. So it might be if there's new projects coming in that you're going to be distracting yourself with that Eight of Cups. And what's the reason for that? Well, there you go, because of the Five of Swords. Because there are limitations in a relationship. Five of Swords, the third swordsman usually shows us who. Now, the limitation can be you, or the limitation could be someone else. This card behind here will show us what that limitation is. There's limitations in you and this person being together. So you decide to distract yourself. Some of you guys might not walk completely away from a situation, but you'll definitely, I think, decide to put some distance in there. And let's have a look at what the overall outcome is for the month. Well, the Hermit. And we can see that the Hermit faces inward on the Ace of Wands. So the situation will be about seeking new avenues. Alright, because I always look at the direction of the cards and I can see, you know, here in your hidden factors, we can see that you are changing direction, you're changing course, and that change of course is to do with walking away from an unstable situation or seeking some form of a distraction from it. Okay, we can see that this limitation within the relationship is also facing the Moon card. So I think that this limitation, whatever this limitation is, it's designed, or the purpose of that limitation, or that limitation in itself is causing, with this Moon card, with this third swordsman facing the Moon, they're causing some distress on you, and that's why you're changing direction and seeking distractions or walking away, because this limitation is keeping you and this individual from being happy, or you in this, or it's causing you not to be happy in a situation here. We can see that you're facing inwards to the Ace of Wands, the Virgo card. You're not Virgo, obviously Aquarius, but you're the Hermit here. I feel the situation is the Hermit, and this is going through a new transitional phase. But that transitional phase will be to do with new ideas, new projects that you're seeking, that you're putting more onus on, rather than whatever it is that's going on here. Let's have a look at what's manifesting as a result of that. The Four of Cups. Okay, so I think that what's manifesting is that there will now be a case of, actually, I don't want this. Actually, this is not the be-all and end-all of my life, as we're seeing here, because we're seeing a transition happening here. You go from being someone, Aquarius, that needs to hold on to a situation, whatever that situation is, and it's almost like towards the end of the month, you suddenly come to your senses and you say, actually, I don't actually need this. And you don't need it, because you're focusing on new things, new beginnings with the Ace of Wands, new focuses, new projects with the Ace of Wands. And that's how it's manifesting, because as you start to focus on other things, what you're starting to do is saying, actually, I don't really need this. This is not important to me. And let's have a look at what the reason is that for. Well, the Page of Wands, you're taking a new creative direction. Now, the limitations in this relationship are to do with the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands could be somebody who's childish, for example, as well. The Page of Wands, the limitation within this relationship as well, because you're walking away because there are, or you're focusing on other things, because this situation, there were problems, Five of Swords. It might also be that there was severance, because this third swordsman causes the severance between the two people. It's one person that wins out against two, but really it's not just about people. It's a metaphor for a limitation in a situation, and that limitation, whatever is behind the third swordsman, is the limitation. Alright, now how I would probably look at this now is that this limitation is you, which is good, because it's the card of Aquarius as well. This is you guys here, you, and what you're doing is that you're looking now ahead with the Page of Wands. You're looking at more exciting times, doing more exploration. You might be going on holiday to faraway lands. You might be seeking other ways to express yourself. You might be seeking fun. And now that you're starting to seek fun, you can see that you and the situation aren't meant to be here. And that's why you seem to be walking away to other things that are better for you, which sees you in the overall outcome, not interested in what you were interested in before. Let's get the reading very quickly again for the month of August 2017, Aquarius. What we're looking at here is the World. I think you've got the World on your shoulders for some of you guys. You're worried here, mentally and emotionally. How you're responding to that is that you're very worried. Why are you worried? It might be because somebody blocked you out, but I think that this is more that you've got a decision to make. Well, what's the decision about? Well, the situation is about a relationship, the Four of Wands, a successful venture, a marriage, a union of types, a project, for example, the start of a project, whatever that case is with the Four of Wands. But what's manifesting as a result of that, the worry mentally and emotionally, is over a King of Swords. Okay? And I think that this is a person around you. And why are you worried over that King of Swords? Well, it might be because of the Sun. It might be that some clarity has come to you, but it also might be that this person's a raving narcissist, or this person's very self-focused as well. In your hopes and desires, well, you're working very hard. The situation shows hard work and tenacity. Why is that? What's manifesting as a result of that? Your hopes are the devil. And I think it's to hold on to something here within a situation, because you feel that it gives you the greatest happiness. Okay? But there's something to be said for that when you've got a hope as being the devil, for as far as I'm concerned, because you think something gives you happiness. To me, that's limited kind of thought, and that's a lack of freedom. Because in your expectations, you're thinking, some of you guys, well, if I remain patient and strong and hopeful, maybe this person will change from this to this. Your expectations will be that a King of Cups will be there. And I think this King of Swords is the King of Cups. I think it's the same person, but you want this person to change from this to this. Because of the Four of Pentacles, you might feel safe with the person. It might be a money situation. It might be the inability to let go with the Four of Pentacles. However, what you don't know coming in is that the situation will be the Chariot. And you will probably start venturing on to doing other things. Because I think that this also represents that you're going to be torn in two directions. Okay? Also, there will be the need to take control of those opposing forces around you, being the situation in which what's manifesting is that I think you guys are going to be having a change of heart, or you're going to be changing direction here. And why is that? Because the situation is just too fucked up to deal with, basically, with that Moon card. It's just too much of a head fuck, a head doer. You know, it's too emotionally raw and difficult. It's a dilemma. It's creating a lot of kind of internal damage and anxiety, but also because your intuition with the Moon card is saying, you know what, actually this is what I need to do with this Moon energy. The latter stages of August see new developments, new projects, new ideas coming to fruition for you. That's the situation in which I think you're going to be following that direction. Okay, because of the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords says for you, you're over it. This is you, the third swordsman. You're kind of over it with this thing. You're the one that's now putting the limitation between you. You're putting some space, I feel, between you guys. Or whatever this situation is. Because you got other things to do. You got other things to explore with that Page of Swords, being why you've decided to put your sword up to this situation. You got other things that you want to explore here. But also, because the overall outcome is the Hermit, and here the Hermit faces inwards on the... Wherever the Hermit is facing, this is what the focus is on. So the focus with the Hermit card is on venturing. Remember, the Hermit is about going through a transition, but it's also about following a new path, seeking something new. So this, because it's number 9, it represents completion before you enter another stage. So this Hermit focus is here in the overall outcome. The situation will be the Hermit. And it's not that you're withdrawing. I think that you are focusing now on a new avenue, on a new ventures, new excitement, you know, new projects, for example, in which how it manifests overall for the month is the Four of Cups. From the high emotion here of needing to hold on to something, I think you guys no longer need it because you've got other things that you want to approach, that you're looking at. So I think that this month is a month of letting go of certain situations. Some of you guys might not let go totally, but it might just be a simple case of, you know what, I've got other things to do. I've got other things to turn my attentions on. I've got other fun to have. You know, I'm trying to hold on to someone here that I want to change. But really, I think that during this month, Aquarians, you're going to realise that the only person that needs to change is you. And you need to change your outlook on a situation here if you're going to achieve success. Because what you've been doing for some of you guys is putting the onus on another person and expecting them to bring you your happiness here with this Ten of Cups. You're hoping for that devil because of the Ten of Cups. You want to hold on to something, I feel here. You're expecting someone to change if you hold on and if you're tenacious and, you know, patient and, you know, all of the rest of it with the Strength card. Because, again, we've got this card that says that you're holding on to something here. But you're realising the hidden fact is you've got to change course because it's just too difficult with the Moon energy. Your intuition is saying to you, no, change of direction. And you do it because you realise it's the best thing for your sanity and also that you don't really need this in your life right now. Okay, that is your reading for the month of August 2017. I would like to say, Aquarius, thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.